Hi, this is Kenny, producer of the Underground Pub Show and also owner and founder of PMVN Media. Over the years, we've been steadfast in our beliefs for creating a hostile, free, and diverse workplace while considering ourselves leaders in the march towards social change and justice. In light of the recent protests and to assure the emotional stability of our viewers, we've decided to make some personnel changes to better fit our image and take full strides toward bringing you a more diverse panel of on-air personalities. The following changes to the Underground Pub Show are to take effect immediately. Schreiber, whose last name is German. Actually, we haven't quite confirmed that, but it sounds German and that's good enough for us. Will be replaced by this color-neutral, transgendered, medium-sized plush doll. You are welcome. It's the Underground Pub Show right here on the Pippi K Multiverse Network.
What's up, guys, and welcome to the Underground Pub Show, episode 42 here on the Pippi K Multiverse Network. My name is Schreiber, here as always with Bobo and CJ. Thank you, Kenny, for that spirited intro today. That was tasteful.
Just for the record, things kind of broke up a little bit. I don't know if it was a networking issue or what. So if you guys didn't hear it all the way, I'd be more than glad to play it again.
Yeah, so let us know there on the live chat if
let's do it again.
If that didn't work or whatever.
Wait.
I guess we'll find out here in a little bit. It was very spirited. I liked it, Kenny. It was. I was wondering. You were very secretive when we got here. Like you were working on something. We didn't know what it was, but he was working on something. So I guess now we know, and I'm glad I was the guinea pig for it, so to speak.
Well, there was a hit on Bobo in that too. There was a slight. Well, it was actually a small slight at all three of you.
For the record, Schreiber is very fucking German. Very fucking German.
I knew that. That wasn't funny.
I actually think I'm part German too, like a little mix.
Well, yeah, I mean, I figured that much, dude. Like, Jesus.
There's a lot.
Because clearly, dude. I mean, it's bursting through the TV as we speak, dude. Your German ancestry, big fucking deal, bro.
My mom was born there, so there's that.
There is that.
Absolutely.
Well, guys, thank y'all very much for tuning in. We got a good show for y'all tonight. Bobo, how you feeling today, man?
Tired, but good.
Little tired, but good?
Yeah.
Good. So, as Kenny was kind of pointing out there in our intro today, today we're talking about the real issues today. Real issues.
Yes.
And there's been a debate going on for a while. You may have seen it here on Facebook. We briefly mentioned it last week, but not too much. But there's been a lot of talk about this going on. We feel like it was time to really go ahead and put this to rest right now. And naturally, we're talking about none other than Bobo's favorite drink.
LaCroix.
That's exactly what we're talking about.
I wouldn't call it my favorite drink. I just like it a lot.
A drink you're fond of.
Yeah, I prefer Squirt as my favorite soft drink, but I don't really drink sodas anymore.
Understandable.
But Squirt is amazing as well.
Okay.
It's not one of the most amazing soft drinks I've ever had.
Well,
Squirt's good.
Last week I remember we started talking about we started talking about LaCroix and
But this is damn good stuff.
I mean, you seem to like it a lot. I mentioned on the show that I've never had it before, but you've even gone as far lately on Facebook as posting pictures of you buying it with a hashtag pride. So that's happening right now. And CJ has spoken out about it. Our friend Keith has spoken about how this beverage
is jealous.
Is shit.
They don't sell it in Tampa.
They say it's shit.
I'm pretty sure they sell it in Tampa.
No, they sell like
they sell to one Publix in Tampa. But I've never had this drink before, at least not in recent memory. Haven't. So I figured, what better time now than to go ahead and try it than here on the show. So I'm gonna have some.
What flavor is this?
Well, Bubba, why don't you?
That's apricot.
Yeah,
it's apricot.
Natural apricot.
I thought it was apricot.
Whatever. It's apricot.
However you prefer to describe this drink.
I just tried apricot for the first time. That pack I bought. I like it though. It's pretty good. I heard mango's the next one I should try. There's so many flavors I can't keep up with all of them.
Yeah, you said it's like heroin, chasing the dragon, correct?
Yeah, because it's the slight taste of flavor, but it doesn't quite overwhelm you. So you keep drinking it to try and get to the flavor, but it never happens. But
Okay, right
Juice
away
has a
I see what
proof
you
flavor.
see what I
mean.
mean?
I
It's
see what
like-
you
you're
mean
like,
by
"There's
chasing.
apricot," but where is it?
I see what you mean by chasing the flavor because
drink it
I
again.
drank it and I at first I felt nothing. I felt emotionless almost, and then there was a small hint of happiness there at the end.
And then
so.
you're like, how can I get more apricot flavor out of this water? And you never.
I guess
do,
I
but
guess
you
by keep drinking it?
So you get a very happy ending in that
But
drink,
it's
right?
fun. It's all it's just,
A little bit,
it's always
yeah.
Like it's just like a little tease of apricot. or
I'm
whatever flavor
going
you
to
get.
drink it, Mark Lopez.
And that's
I
why I
will.
like it.
I like to be teased a little bit. So it's
Yeah,
nice-
I mean-
It's a tease can.
Yeah.
It's a can of tease.
This is like it's like the stripper of sparkling water, I guess. You just
So,
get a little taste, I guess.
the Mercedes of
The Mercedes of. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna side with Bobo on this one. This is not that bad, considering how bad.
That's not siding with Bobo, by the way.
Well,
That's actually being pretty vanilla, right in the middle.
Okay, but then I guess I'm in the middle. I don't think it's that bad. I could totally drink some of these, especially if I was really thirsty, because it does have a little bit of thirst quench to it too,
It
which I
is.
like,
It's,
as opposed to Sprite, Sierra Mist, stuff like that, which leaves
See,
that
this is
funny
like an any
aftertaste.
time of the day type of carbonated drink as well. I can have
I
it
agree.
when I first get up.
And I feel like it would go well with some gin or maybe some vodka.
I've
you know?
just thought about what you can mix with it. I haven't tried mixing with it, anything.
Did you
myself, but I
drink
know
it with the $1 million chicken you made the other
with
night?
the roast chicken? This
Yes.
went together. By the way, if anyone wants any help or tips on how to make that $1 million roast chicken, I am more than willing to help you out. That shit was fucking awesome.
It looks good.
It was
yeah.
really good. Like,
Yeah,
we
I-
cut into
I saw
it,
the
and
video that you
sort of
posted.
Squirting out. I'm like, oh, that thing's juicy. And I chopped it up into pieces, and my roommates came out. And we looked at it, and then we all went our separate ways. And I came back to get some more, and there's like nothing but scraps left and some skins. Like, god damn! I guess everybody enjoyed that, but it was really good.
Oh, dude, yeah, it looks good, man. I really wanted you to come over and make me some chicken.
I'm more than willing to make it again. It's really fun. It was kind of a
Yeah,
fun
look,
process to
the
make.
video looked fantastic of it.
Nice.
Yeah, I suggest someone else made some last night. I forgot to ask them if you liked it or not, but I'm
You,
sure
you
did.
could you can make the chicken, bring a LaCroix, and we can watch the leaked episode of Game of Thrones.
We
There you
could,
go.
yeah.
There you
That's
go.
a night right there, man.
Well, I mean, there's like ice dragons apparently in the last episode, and I think that one guy was talking to Jon Snow about some sort of like a sword, and his hands were like pretty or something. And then like one dragon got killed and turned into an ice dragon. That's basically what happened.
Yeah, apparently the guys that can't go over into water,
Yeah.
they were able to go in the water to grab a dragon. I guess they made an exception to get the dragon out of the water.
Like they couldn't go in the water originally, then they were able to go in the water.
Because the dragon's in there, I guess they changed their mind. So like, let's go get him. Because I was wondering about that myself.
Okay, and then that one White Walker apparently has an amazing javelin skill ability. Like I've seen memes about how he should join a football team or the way he threw the spear. And
People say that, but you have to understand. First off, this guy is damn near 1 million years old,
okay,
so he has experience. I'm sure he's thrown more than one javelin in his life.
Yeah.
Time.
was he alive at one point and then became ice dead
Quick
Walker?
quick backstory then on that. The first men that came to Westeros were running around doing whatever the fuck they wanted to, and they started chopping down all the trees in the forest, and then they found these little elf. They call them the children of the forest, but for all intents and purposes, they're dark elves or drow.
Okay,
Basically, they're little dark-skinned guys with big ears, pointy ears. They're like elves, but small, but dark-skinned.
I'm so terribly behind on this show. Like,
They
I'd-
found them, and then the first men's what they call them,
Yeah.
the guys, the Angles. They were like, "Fuck these little people," and they started killing them. And they were like this. Well, fuck these
Okay.
guys. So they took. I can't remember exactly what it is, but they put it into one of the dead men.
Okay.
And raised them back to life with this. I think it might be like some sort of magical property.
Yeah,
whatever the fuck.
now
but-
these White Walkers, they can kill people, right, and then bring them back. And
the
that's
lich,
based.
they created liches. If you ever played Wrath of the Lich King, they created an Arthas. Basically, the Lich King goes around and they can. Well, it's a Lich King and a Lich barons or homeboys, and they can raise the dead into minions. But
Okay.
of course, the liches control the minions. So if you take out a lich, all the minions under his control will automatically be.
Like his team.
And the only way you can kill them is using a Valyrian weapon.
Isn't that the glass of the dragon?
Nope. Valyrian weapon is the magical steel weapons that each house, well, most houses own one. Most of them are prestigious houses own one. Such as, like the Starks used to own, the fucking ice. But then when Ned Stark got his head cut off,
Spoiler.
the Targaryens the Lannisters who never owned one of these Valyrian weapons, took ice and made it into two swords. One was called Widow's Wail, which was Joffrey's sword, and the other one I think was called Justice, and that was given to his dad. God, I can't remember getting back the names right now.
I'm going backwards. Like
But
I'm starting
Dragon
from this
Glass
and
is
going
what you're
back.
talking about, and that's also called what's obsidian.
Okay.
Basically,
Yeah, like
dragons breathing on stone so much that it petrifies in the glass,
Oh, okay.
and that's what creates
I'm-
obsidian.
There's
I'm
obsidian in Minecraft.
I'm so far behind
there's
on Game of
Obsidian in
Thrones
Warcraft.
that
Dude,
like I have no fucking idea what
Just
you
do
guys
what I'm
are
doing. Start from the last season and go backwards.
because
That's what I mean. I literally watched it with my girlfriend and I have no idea what the hell's going on.
because I finally got HBO last year and like I decided to invest myself quote unquote into Game of Thrones. And like, I mean, that shows an investment, man. Like every episode's an hour long. Almost feels like every episode's a movie almost.
Yeah, you got to take like 2 weeks off from your job and just sit there. And
I've been watching it for a year now. I think I'm like almost to season 3. Like, because there's other shows that I've invested myself in, so I don't have the time to watch this shit, man. Like, it's a great show. I like it, but Jesus Christ, like, I feel like I'm just waiting around for things to happen that I already know are going to happen from people talking about it or posting about it on Facebook.
Yeah, I pretty much know a lot of what's happened, like just from peeping in when other people are watching it. Like
Samuel L. Jackson made a video that was like a rundown of Game of Thrones in about like I think it was like a 5-minute video, and it was fucking hysterical. Like when we leave here tonight, I'll have to show it to you, man. It was really really funny.
Dude,
I think
I've been
hardest-
watching
yeah.
old British sitcoms on Netflix, man. And if you want to watch one that's fucking hilarious, it's The In-Betweeners.
Yeah, you were telling us about that last week.
Dude, it's
after
only
the
like
show.
it's like 3 seasons. It's, you know, and they do series over there, so there's only like 6-7 episodes a series or a season. So
Yeah.
there's not a lot of episodes. But dude, that shit is hysterical.
if you guys want to talk about Game of Thrones or whatever we're chiming in about, call up 850-907-7686. We will eventually talk about sports, maybe.
We've got all kinds of stuff to
yeah.
talk about today.
There's
a
racism
lot.
that we got to get into.
Is there racism?
Yeah, I don't know if you guys know it, but racism's an issue now.
I'm not sure if you paid attention, but I nipped it in the bud at the beginning of the episode.
I know.
I had no idea the two were connected.
In our little bubble that we have here, we try to avoid all that. But if you go on Facebook, it's every day.
Yeah, I guess so. So I mean, there's
shit.
there's that. I guess like there's a lot of stuff to talk about right now. There's a big fight going on this weekend. I don't know if y'all have heard about it. It involves an Irishman and a black dude, and they're going to be fighting this week. But there's another fight that is starting to brew on social media.
Race baiter.
Yeah.
I guess so. I mean, that's how fucking ESPN and everybody else has made it out to be. Like,
No, they're not.
yes, they are.
Yeah,
Yes, they fucking are. I mean, that is exactly how the goddamn fight's been made out to be. But anyways,
What are you talking about? McGregor and what's his face?
well, no, of course I'm talking about something different. Yes, like
I didn't know if there was an actual fight between a black guy and an Irish guy besides that fight.
well. Anyways, moving on.
That's what I'm saying.
There's another fight that's brewing on social media as we speak right now, and it's really worth talking about because these are the things that we want to talk about, America. These are the real issues that need to be talked about, and of course, I'm talking about none other than homegirl Woe Vicky, who has made quite a name for herself on social media, and my girl over there to the left, CJ's sweetheart, the Cash Me Outside girl. These two have become unfortunately famous over the past year, and it's gotten people's attention for one way or another. If you're living under a rock, I'll catch you up, and guys, help me out with this one because I'm not very good at explaining it. I know the Cash Me Outside girl was on.
Danielle, I think her name is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She now she's how old now? She was 13 or 14.
14, I would say at the most right now.
Yeah. She was on Dr. Phil as this very
Like a reckless teen.
a reckless
Yeah.
teen, and she actually went to a school for it for a while, as recommended by the great Dr. Phil. She came out not much better. She learned things, but she came out not much better, and now she's very famous. She's coined the term "Cash Me Outside." There's talk of a sitcom coming out about them, and she's already got legal issues. Her and her mother do, for that matter. So, and she was in a rap video, sitting on a car, lip syncing.
I didn't know if that really was the video or not.
What do you mean? Like that wasn't really her?
It was her, but I don't know if the video was for him. It was just her in the car, and you don't even see him in the video.
Well, let me rephrase. The video exists.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was actually sanctioned by the rapper himself.
I'll try to find that out myself because he's never is in the video at all.
But it is a viral video at this point of homegirl. And the thing about her that makes people very one of the many things that makes people uncomfortable about her is that she's apparently 14 years old but does not look like it, and it's really, really weird. It's really awkward. I don't like it. Anyways, and then we have the girl to the right on that picture.
Right in the pussy.
That's a really good picture of her too, man.
That was the best one I could find.
She opens her mouth a lot like that.
You
can barely see the
Bobo, can you help me out on this one? Who is this girl on the right? Whoa, Vicky.
She kind of came. I honestly, my best guess would be that she saw the fame that the other Danielle was getting, and she wanted a piece of it too.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely think now, like Danielle on the right, I think her is actually genuine. Whatever it is, that's actually how she is.
No, the girl on the right.
On the
left. The girl on the right is
Danielle. On the left. I think the girl on the right, Vicky,
the original one
is
trolling. I guess
definitely more of a troll. I mean, I'm pretty sure she hangs out with plenty of black folks, but she's more of the trolling side of it, trying to just be silly and take the piss out of it. At the same time, she's also attacks Danielle on Facebook and sends her like
constantly
videos and call her out.
Well, I remember her big first video was I guess what made her what she is now is that she did a video saying that she always felt black. She felt like she was a black person. Her parents were telling her she was crazy, and she went to Ancestry.com and traced it back enough to where there was a black person somewhere in there, and I guess that solidified she was a black person.
Well, that's all the cred she needs.
And then ever since then, she's been making these videos. I know one of them was her, I guess in a car accident or something like that.
She put diesel gas in her car.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
I thought it wouldn't
diesel gas in a non
fit it in if it's a
well,
diesel.
You can't fit it in, but you can definitely still make it work.
So she was just spraying the
car. It in there. Yeah,
I've seen it. I've seen it happen.
Her twerking abilities alone raise some questions. Yeah, some big questions.
It's definitely. I mean, I like to post them just because it upsets white people for some reason. I think it's funny.
What does it?
Yeah, right.
It upsets white people more than it upsets black people, and she's like literally trying to stereotype the dickens out of us. But for some reason, we're like, well, whatever. But white people come across that video on my feed and they get fucking livid, dude. They're like mad. They're like messaging me like I'm an asshole. Like I'm somehow
like how dare you post this girl?
I am like pushing her agenda on people. Like
what is her agenda? Like hey, I'm black. Look at me.
The first time I saw any of her videos was several white social justice warrior people saying that as white people they apologized for her, and I'm sitting there thinking, you guys can't possibly think this is real, right? Like it's gotten that.
You see those shirts that I wear?
Yeah,
with the the West Side white girls, I like to call them.
Yeah,
people like get mad at me with those. They look at those shirts like angrily. I remember in New Orleans, the one girl was like, I see what you're trying to do there. And just walked away from him. Just walked up and said to me, I'm like, I don't know what I'm trying to do. I'm just making shirts in Photoshop.
Right.
You're funny.
Vernon, he says it's Kodiak Black. Pretty sure it's a real video.
It's Kodak.
Kodak Black, yeah.
Kodak Black.
Yeah, I was.
And
Chad, the record, Kodiak Black sounds way cooler.
Yeah, right. I know. I wish I would have just stayed with that.
Kodak went out of business, right?
Chad Phillips says Vicky is the truth.
She's more. I mean, like I said, she's not. I don't think
like
she's
that
faking. Vicky's the truth.
You said last time before the show that you liked Vicky better.
I do because I like her. I do. I like her trolling. I like how I can make people mad with her videos. I think it's funny. I do appreciate what she's trying to do.
I think it's funny too.
But Danielle is definitely that is really her.
She's just
That is
retarded.
what? Yes.
The-
that is,
yeah.
that is her.
Okay, so here's like Vicky is like putting on an act where this girl on the left.
I'm
Actually,
just saying, I am
believes
sure
actually
Vicky
believes
hangs
she's
out.
like that. Yeah.
I'm sure Vicky hangs out.
So Vicky is cashing in on Cash Me Outside.
Yeah, like,
Yeah,
she's
essentially,
jumping on-
yeah. That's what's going on right now.
Like with reckless abandon. This doesn't give a fuck.
But then I said that the Cash Me Outside girl was hotter, and then y'all called me a pedophile because.
Yeah, because you just ate
Well,
Subway
she is
sandwiches
14.
right
I
before
mean,
you did.
Well,
it,
I'm not
like-
saying I'm actually going to do anything,
Her
but
boobs
I think
are
she's more attractive.
strangely large. For
And
her
like,
age,
and
but-
it's like uncomfortable because I mean, if you look, I mean, I've not yet seen a picture of her where they're not out there. Even on Dr. Fucking Phil, they were noticeable.
That's
Like,
the thing. When they have them, they
it's-
want to flaunt them.
But who even knows if flaunting is at 14?
But here's the thing though, like the mother was so concerned about old Cash Me Outside girl, but why in the name of Christ is she still letting her daughter walk around like that? It just seems a little
Do you
counterproductive.
She's
really
making
think
money.
her
They
mom
made her
has
rich
any
now, though.
control over that broad?
Boy, I clearly not now because I mean she's
She's
the one
worth,
that's wearing the
like,
fucking pants in that
$2 million
family.
or some.
I was gonna say, I think she's making enough money. You
Yeah,
know?
her mom's just like fuck. Whatever.
Honestly, I can't wait to see that girl on the remake of Teen Mom, like when she becomes 16, because that I mean they'll bring that show back for that girl, and it'll be more disgusting than any crazy bitch that was on that show back in the day.
I think they'll bring back Surreal Life before, they'll bring back her on Teen Mom. Like Surreal Life would be perfect for her.
Fair enough.
Like
Fair
you
enough.
get all those celebrities all together, and
Mark Lopez says, "What the fuck is going on?" we're tackling the issues today, Lopez. We are tackling the issues, boss.
this is highly debated here.
Yeah, this has been going on the internet for a while, and finally, the Underground Pub Show team decided to tackle this debate, and I think we finally did. So, final word, CJ. Who wins in a fight? Is it the Cash Me Outside girl or Whoa Vicky?
I think Cash Me Outside girl has more of a reach and packs a little bit more power in her punch than Vicky does. She's a little bit skinnier. I think she would get taken down really quickly.
Fair enough. Producer Kenny, what do you think, man? Cash Me Outside girl or Whoa Vicky? Who wins in a fight? Is that all you have to say on it?
Yep, soundboard.
Fair enough. Okay, Bobo, who wins in a fight between those two?
I don't know. Will Vicky was sparring. She says that she can beat McConnor Gregor.
Yeah, McConnor Gregor.
Yeah, McConnor McGregor.
I don't know. I think both of them are going to show a tremendous lack of fighting ability. I think you're going to think someone's going to have hands, and it's just going to become hair pulling.
A lot of hair pulling, and somebody's gonna try to rip their shirt off.
kicking.
Like,
Yeah,
I call bullshit.
yeah.
Nobody walks through life like that and doesn't catch hands from time to time. She knows how to fucking fight, if that's how she really is.
who's she?
The one that
Oh, no.
The Cash Me
There's-
Outside.
there's-
Cash Me Outside
There's videos
girl.
of her fighting. She actually does like use her
Well,
fists.
Right,
I saw
exactly.
a video where she got pulled out of the back seat of a car and
Right,
she got
right.
her
My-
ass kicked.
exactly. My point is, you don't walk through life acting like that and not catch hands from time to time.
Yeah, and
Fair enough, yeah.
Obviously, we'll know how to throw them back eventually, or at least
No, eventually you're going to.
yeah.
I think the Cash Me Outside girl has been in the public eye enough to where I think it may have desensitized her a little bit, and I think Whoa Vicky has still got a little bit of street credibility, dare I say, left in her, where she might probably beat the dog shit out of that girl. So
Probably.
I'll go with Whoa Vicky on that one, and that sums it up, folks. we finally got that out of the
We
way.
have cleared that up. It's not recorded for prosperity.
Right.
It will go into the annals of history.
If any of you guys out there actually know Whoa Vicky or Cash Me Outside
don't
and how
have
to
to
get a
tell
hold of us,
them. No, you don't
please,
need to contact
please, for the love
them
of
at
God,
all.
tell them,
There's
please.
No need.
No,
there is all kinds
I
of
don't think
need.
we know
Yeah,
anyone
no.
that knows them.
I know.
Maybe
I had to throw that out there.
Maybe
I had
Joe.
to.
Joe
Maybe
might
Joe.
know Vicky.
Joe might know him. Joe might know him.
You know
All right,
where
so-
do you know where they're from?
I'm almost certain
No.
Vicky looks like she's from this neck of the woods.
You think so?
Like her videos,
isn't
she
it-
goes outside and stuff, and
Like
the neighborhood
Redneck
she's in.
Riviera?
What's her name? The
She's
Cash Me
kind of-
Outside girl. She's Californian, isn't she?
Yeah. Well, is she? I thought she was Florida too.
Probably is now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I know
don't
she is
know
living there
that.
now, but I want to
Oh.
say she was at least from there. Well, moving on. So we got that out of the way. Some interesting shit did happen today in the wide world of sports. And it's actually not football related. We'll get into football later. Basketball. Kyrie Irving looks like he's headed to Boston.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
They swapped.
yeah, they swapped. The Boston Celtics got one player, Kyrie Irving. The Cavs got
Yeah, they got
Quite a few
Isaiah
nice things
Thomas,
for it.
Jay Crowder. They got a first round pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first round pick is nice too.
Yeah, I mean, well, the Celtics, they, Isaiah Thomas was on the last year of his deal, so they're going to want to pay him a lot of money. So it works for them getting rid of him, and they get Kyrie Irving, who's still got 3 years left on his deal. Pair him up in that team. The Cavs, I think, on the short term are going to be better, but I think, the Celtics are more long term for sure. But, Kyrie Irving cried his way out of Cleveland, which is what the NBA is all about, which is why I'm kind of sick of watching it.
Well, I mean, outside of being sick of watching it, do you think that this trade is going to have any kind of effect on the season next year? Are either one of these teams going to be able to stand up to the mighty Golden State Warriors?
No, but they'll play each other in the finals again.
Yeah, the Cavs and
The Celtics.
do you mean the Cavs and the Warriors?
No, like the
In the conference finals. Okay.
Yeah, the Eastern
I see what
Conference
you mean.
Finals. And then they'll lose to the Warriors again.
Yeah, I agree with that. If you want to call in on this or any of the other topics, the hotline is 850-907-7686. Y'all please chime in. Bobo, what do you think about all this with Kyrie Irving and the Celtics?
I think the pictures of Lindsey Vonn naked are interesting. I thought she had bigger boobs though.
We're back on that.
You guys didn't see the Lindsey Vonn leaks?
No, we didn't see it.
No, I didn't.
It's Lindsey Vonn and Tiger Woods in the same pictures. News. You guys didn't see any of those?
No, I guess not, dude.
Dealing with
You need to tighten up, man. Y'all worried about Whoa Vicky. I'm out here looking at nudes of
Whoa Vicky
Lindsey Vonn.
and racism all day long. That's all I'm seeing, man.
I think, hey, if old dude wants out of Cleveland,
Well,
you
he got it,
gotta
yeah.
get the best deal you can get for him. Because everyone, like everyone always says, once people know that someone wants to be traded, they're gonna try and get over on you. Which that first round draft pick is kind of a little extreme, but
they got a lot considering they didn't really have much. They didn't have a whole lot to offer the Cavaliers or the Celtics. And, they didn't have a lot of momentum, so I think it worked out good.
Yeah, it seems to. I mean, I hope it makes the NBA more interesting next year. I mean, that's that was a big problem with a lot of people last year. We talked about it on the show, many of episode over our the last run we just did was how the NBA has become incredibly predictable.
yeah, it's still not going to improve the East. So they're just trading players. The East is still going to be weak.
Yeah, I agree. We'll see what happens. I would love for the NBA to get exciting again. It's just we need that next. We need that next guy out there, I mean, we've had our Kobe Bryant and our LeBron James and our Steph Curry and Kevin Durant. We need somebody else to come out there for a random team and just.
I think we got it with Lonzo Ball, man.
Oh, is Lonzo Ball going to do it? And his batshit crazy fucking
He's
father?
going to be the next guy.
Well, I guess we'll see. He did. I mean,
Big
he
baller
looked.
Brian.
I mean, he looked so great in the summer league. So I mean, even though he didn't play in the championship of it, but I mean, so that's obviously gonna tell us a lot. But I don't know. We'll see with Lonzo Ball. I do think he is gonna be good. But man, like the whole thing with his dad, it was funny. The thing with the female announcer that one time, that was kind of stupid. But like after that, like I kind of thought this dude was funny for a while, and then it just got totally ridiculous. Like, it was like trolling on a level of like, okay, we get it. You're just saying stupid shit out of your ass on ESPN. Good for you. I'm tired of hearing about it. It's one of the numerous reasons why I've stopped watching that goddamn channel now. Like, that dude got really annoying after a while. I mean, I know he was kind of supposed to be annoying, but there was a level to where it was like, you know what? I kind of hope the Lakers suck now. Just
We
because
got
of this guy's
people
dad.
talking about him all day long, over and over and over
Yeah,
again.
that mission is definitely accomplished.
Yeah, he had a goal and he did it. He did it very weird.
I thought he surpassed it. If anything, he made it. He went past where he should have and made it the point of absolute annoyance. I was like, all right, well, you know what? I kind of hope. I mean, granted, I've never liked the Los Angeles. Ever since Shaq went to the Lakers, hated that team. So, not a fan. Still not a fan. I hope they lose every game next season. But so that's about it with NBA. Moving on, NFL football right now. So it seems like, I mean, this is not a team we talk about on the show very often, but it's worth mentioning right now. So, guys, does the Browns have a quarterback?
Yes, he has the body of Cam Newton and the brains of Tom
Deshaun
Brady.
Kaiser.
Yes. And the Browns are undefeated in the preseason right now.
But they are the Browns. They will find a way to fuck this up. and they'll probably do it sooner rather than later.
Agreed.
Like their offensive line will catch AIDS or something. Something's going to happen because that's just what they do there. They fuck up somehow. in some
Catch
way.
it. The Super AIDS virus is going to get the entire Browns offensive line.
They should just do something dumb.
Well, at least they got a guy that can make plays.
Well, yeah, I mean, I was going to say, aside from the AIDS virus hitting the offensive line for the Browns, like this dude, I don't know. I mean, it's been a while since I've seen a Browns player at quarterback. I was like, you know what, this might work.
No,
I was
it's
gonna
not
say-
going to work.
You don't
Nothing's
think-
gonna work.
you don't
It's
think
all
so?
gonna be crap. I don't think so. Work.
When you say crap, I mean, what kind of crap are we talking about? Like,
3 wins.
so we're looking at a 3 wins Browns team this
Yeah.
year. I don't know.
They'll be better than the fucking Jets, though.
I'll give him 5.
Well, everyone's gonna be better than the Jets. I was thinking 5 or 6 too. I think that this guy, if he can keep up the momentum he's got, you know, it might be one of those
You
things.
Saints fans, so do love your preseason wins, man.
I'm
We
not.
haven't had one in
I'm not
3 freaking
talking.
years.
Well, I'm not talking about the wins.
Mean anything?
I'm not
man.
talking about the wins. I'm talking about his actual play.
It's still
Against
nice.
preseason
and
teams.
they showed they're taking out players. They jacked
You-
up Odell Beckham,
Oh,
which
man.
screws up my keeper league if he's out for.
No, he's out for maybe the opening game.
Yeah, that's
he
what it's
got-
looking like.
Dude, he got like one. Like that hit, they said it's legal.
Their
but, I mean,
fans are
that's
cheering
jacked up.
that too. By the
Mark,
way,
Mark,
they gotta cheer for something.
Lopez mentioned that Manti Te'o looks good now that he's dumped his fake girlfriend, the catfish.
Yeah, I mean, we actually have some linebackers. Mike
Yeah, he-
Nolan's doing his job there. In New
He
Orleans.
did look good over there. You know, I mean, like Manti Te'o was somebody I paid almost no attention to the fact that we signed, other than the fact that it seemed like a bad idea. And I mean, yes, I understand, Bobo. It was a preseason game. However, he did seem to play well in it. And I mean, that's one sign that you want to look for as far as players trying to get a starting job.
Yeah.
Is do well in preseason, outside of practice as well. He looked good in that game. I thought he did. Hopefully, it translates to regular season play.
fair enough.
Hopefully, it
I don't
does.
think it will,
But I mean,
though.
but I mean, I think it's a step in the right direction for Manti Te'o and for
Kaiser.
Geyser. I think it's a step in the right direction for him.
They're undefeated, man. they are undefeated.
See, now
I'm
I'm not
undefeated in preseason.
I'm not
football,
using-
You
dude.
haven't.
I am not
I
using
haven't
those.
lost.
I'm not using those words. I don't care if they've won any games in the preseason. He seems like a playmaker over there that might actually do something for this Browns team that is absolutely fucking desperate for a quarterback playmaker.
God bless
Hey,
him. Then
So, I mean,
they
I-
have a wide receiver that's good, Corey Coleman, if he's on the field. They got a running back in Crowell. They got other players right there on the line.
Folks
They got
out there,
Hugh
don't-
Johnson Jr.
who's
Folks
tight
out
end
there,
now.
do not
They
get me wrong.
drafted that guy this year in the first round. Starts with an
The
E.
Bucks and the
Yeah.
Kardashians. The Bucks are the Kardashians of the NFL now, and we're gonna be great.
Okay.
Bucks?
Yeah, because every team that's ever been on Hard Knocks has had a great season afterwards.
Yeah, and we do have linebackers. Lopez. We got Klein from the Panthers, who's actually doing pretty well. We got Manti Te'o. We're doing pretty.
I heard that Trump is sending Bortles to North Korea.
Is he?
He wants him to overthrow.
Saw that coming.
Did you get the finish my joke?
Yeah. No, I mean I'm still
I
on
just
that
saw
train.
some.
Yeah,
Jets.
yeah.
Well, it's funny too because about a week ago we were, the Blake Bortles topic came up, and now it seems like that motherfucker is in some serious trouble over there.
Yeah,
Finally,
he's never out
but-
of trouble.
Well, I mean,
It's
well,
just,
no,
it's just one
well,
game.
for-
It's
for-
just
us.
one game.
for 2 years, the guy had for pretty much the better part of 2 years, the guy had that starting job solidified, deserved or not. But now finally, somebody has come in and be like, well, fuck this motherfucker. Like, I've got
Here's
this.
how I see preseason games. If you win, who cares? It's preseason. But if you lose, it's even worse than who cares if you win because you just lost to like.
You
wanna
want to win. You want to get that winning mentality.
You're a starting quarterback struggling against backup men and
You
playing.
you want to perform. You want to perform to a standard. That's what you need to do in preseason. You want to perform to a standard so that when the actual season does start, you're not playing catch up.
Don't get me wrong. I had high hopes for the Jags last year, but after what I saw, I was like,
Let's see what
No,
Bortles
I-
does in the first couple weeks of the season. man. Like,
CG. I don't know, buddy.
Great running back now, maybe.
they got Fournette.
They got Yeldon's not bad.
Yeah, Yeldon is bad.
I mean, he's not bad.
Nah, he's kind of bad.
You shouldn't be concerned what Bortles might do in the first few weeks of the season. Should be concerned whether he's even going to start the first few weeks of the season.
He's
They're
probably-
not going to put in Chad Henne. Chad Henne
well,
is
He probably will start, but unfortunately, he's have to throw a
Oh, no,
lot because
after-
Leonard Fournette's
after
going to have a
game
broken
two-
ankle by the
after
second
game
play of the
two,
Chad
game.
Henne
so-
is not exactly what I would call your answer.
no, he's not.
he is just another question.
Exactly.
Another question. Chad Henne.
Yeah. So,
Like, I can't believe Chad Henne's still in the league. How is that possible?
come to this.
Yeah. Like him and the McCowns, they're just career backups.
Exactly.
Every year,
It's
someone
just-
picks them up.
Yeah. and
They just managed to keep having jobs and what I mean, like
Yeah, like
where,
there's other
where
quarterbacks-
is Luke McCowan now? Like
Oh shit! I saw it the other day.
there was a guy when I was at the bar
Yes,
yesterday.
maybe I don't know.
There was a guy.
Publix.
Yeah, it should be Publix. There was a guy at the bar yesterday that I was talking to, and he was beside himself that the Saints let Luke McCowan go. And I'm like, did you actually watch this guy? He's like, this motherfucker could go in there and run Drew Brees. I was like, no, he
It
couldn't.
doesn't matter who our backup is. If Breeze goes down, we
Yeah,
win, like, no games.
they're pretty much done at this point in time. I mean, don't get me wrong. From what we saw in this mighty preseason game against the Chargers,
How's AP do in the mighty preseason game?
he hasn't played yet.
He's
He'll play
playing
this.
week.
He'll play
He
this
hasn't-
Saturday.
He never plays, dude. Like
They
he
never-
hasn't played
yeah,
the last
yeah,
like
A-
several years. With the
AP
Vikings.
almost never takes a snap in
Well, he
preseason.
took almost a year off.
Yeah,
The,
he'll be playing against the Texans, this
Texans,
Saturday.
yeah, at home. He'll be there.
Well, I guess that's why I haven't heard the AP information because he hasn't done anything yet.
Well, we got this boy Kamara.
He has looked
Kicking
really
ass,
good.
dude.
Alvin Kamara is. It's looking like I'm gonna go ahead and spoil it for you, CJ. He might be a great sleeper in fantasy.
Damn it, man, that's my
He,
guy.
he really might. What I've seen from this guy, it looks really good. He's got strong legs. He's gonna be a receiver, which is he's gonna be receiving out of the backfield, which is something the Saints have loved to do during the Sean Payton era with Reggie Bush and
Get
Darren
that screen
Sproles.
pass going, man.
Yeah.
11-5, man. 11-5. If our defense is middle of the pack, 11-5.
11-5
Like 11 wins, 5 losses for the
in
Saints.
football.
In football, yeah. Yeah, where the pigskins
So
involved.
what are the Falcons gonna do then?
They're gonna lose a bunch of those
I was gonna
games
say
that
how
the
the
Saints win.
Bucks-
I
and the-
think they will go up by 25 points every game and then blow it in the fourth quarter. So I'm saying,
But real talk though, they're there in your division.
Okay.
How do you guys do that with the Falcons there? The Falcons gonna
Same way a lot of teams do against teams that usually lose the Super Bowl afterwards. They do bad.
So you don't think the Falcons are gonna be worth the fuck?
I think they'll be all right. I think they'll be all right.
9-7,
They can't be all
10.
right if you guys. Are
I
gonna
will
go-
say 9-7, 10-6.
That's what I'm thinking. They'll be all right.
I think
I
it goes
don't
Saints,
see it being a strong
Falcons,
year.
Bucks, Panthers.
I could be wrong. I was wrong as fuck about them last year,
Panthers
but
finished last.
I don't know about that. I think the Panthers are gonna finish last again.
Hey, Cam Newton's gonna get hurt, man. He's already having injury issues.
That's why I think the Panthers are gonna finish last.
No, I said the Panthers are gonna finish
I thought you
last.
said the
guys are the-
Falcons.
Yeah, we're agreeing with each other, but not even knowing we're
It's like,
agreeing.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, what are they talking about? But okay,
Yeah, Panthers last, Falcons maybe second to last.
so the Saints are taking the
Saints and
division.
Bucks are
Saints
gonna.
are taking the division.
I say it's between the Saints and the Bucks. I still have a lot of faith in the Bucks
So
this
now
year.
the-
Breeze is
God,
going to
so
see
now
a
the
lot
Bucks-
more 8-man fronts, which he like never sees. With AP and Ingram and Kamara, the way they're going to run the ball this year, and they're going to go over the top of play action a lot. And then we actually got some playmakers on the defense. I'm saying 11-5.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree. 11-5.
Breeze is not getting any younger though.
That man is
the-
the fountain of youth.
So far there has not been a
Yeah, he
show.
doesn't get hit too
Okay. Well, Tom Brady, no different.
Tom Brady does not get hit ever.
So what? Breeze. I mean,
He takes
even
no
with
damage.
Breeze's hits, though.
Brady
I mean,
takes no
even with
damage
Breeze's
throughout
hits,
his
he's
entire
shown
career.
no sign of a
Brady
decline.
did lose a year from injury by being
Yeah, he
hit.
broke his leg. Breeze hasn't missed a single year in his entire NFL career, ever. He's missed one game since he's been with the Saints. One.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
All right, he will play forever then.
I don't think he'll play forever, but I think he's going to do well this year.
He's a
Yeah.
Highlander of football.
Yeah.
Okay,
man.
I'd be
be
willing.
all
I'd be
you
willing
want.
to bet you top
He
three.
will sing songs about him as he walks to the football field.
Well, that's gonna be a really kind of hard to do when Freddie Mercury's dead.
He
and all,
hurt his
but
arm in the famous fumble and hasn't been
Yeah.
hurt since.
That was the
Yeah,
best. That was the
he
best
actually
thing that
has
happened
missed
to him.
one game since then. He did miss one game since then. 2 years ago against the Panthers. However,
Your coaches have missed more games for cheating and And
Oh, here we
Yeah.
go with that
then-
nonsense
then
again.
That was shenanigans. That was
How is it
shenanigans.
shenanigans?
Their evidence was written on like a bar napkin. And
Don't get caught doing dumb shit by people with bar napkins. I mean, I don't know what to say about that.
man, seriously, you see what happens in the NFL. All these,
Yeah, you
there's
guys
no-
have street
Yeah,
rapists, and
we have one. We had one rapist, and he's in
he was
jail
a
where he
street
belongs.
rapist. Though. That dude was raping.
Well,
state
what about
property.
Rapelsberger? I mean, he's still there making plays.
He didn't rape anyone but himself.
No, he raped.
and-
there's-
Roethlisberger
you know that-
even,
No, yeah,
the kicker.
Roethlisberger allegedly.
And you know that brings up a question, Bobo, about Ben Roethlisberger. This is the question that we need to ask right now. Are women in Pace still throwing panties at him?
If he was there, they would.
They would throw panties at him immediately.
Didn't you say like if he went to the University of Pittsburgh?
No,
Like-
he said that if Ben Roethlisberger showed up anywhere in Pace, that women would throw panties at him.
They would.
They would immediately.
He looks like he would do well in pace.
God, so,
Any pace
Pace.
ladies out there want to
yeah, if
confirm?
anybody's from Pace, call
Call
up
in,
850-978-7666.
Yes, please, we would love to hear from you now. Please,
We're
God.
calling you out,
You
Pace.
can
Pace
instant
girls.
message me or send me a Facebook message. Would you throw any garments at Roethlisberger if he was
Yeah.
at
Vernon Dawson
some
Jr.
gas
brings
station
up
near Avalon?
Sharper, yeah, that's
Darren
what-
Sharper, yeah, and he's in jail where he belongs.
I will say the NFC South has the toughest
not the
division
Sharper
in
image.
football.
No, he's not.
the NFC South has
NFC
the toughest
South
division in
toughest
football?
division in football,
Top two easily.
and you know, it's-
Maybe now it is the
I
toughest
can
division
see
actually.
both
Now
wild
with the way
cards
the
coming
Giants
out
and
of the
the
division.
Cowboys are going.
I'm not gonna lie, their division is looking pretty strong this year.
Yeah.
But
Zeke going down helps because that's a spot that wild card could be taken.
yeah,
And then if Beckham's out for a little bit of time, the Giants
I
could.
don't think he's gonna be out for too
I don't
long.
think so, but knowing my fantasy luck, he'll
It's,
probably
it's looking like
have
one
his
game,
leg
maybe.
amputated,
Yeah.
which is terrible.
Yeah,
I really
it's a
think that's
bummer.
gonna be a fun division to watch. Though is that division.
Yeah, it should.
I don't think that the Falcons are gonna do as shit as you guys are trying to tell me that they're
Well,
gonna do.
we didn't say shit. We said
Well,
okay.
you
They
put
did get Alabama's
third place in
offensive
the-
coordinator to come in and replace.
Which
Kyle
I
Shanahan.
never understood that move because
the Cuddy Sarkeesian.
he was only the coordinator for one game, and they lost that game. Like
In
I
the
really
same way-
kind of didn't understand that,
in
but
the same
was
choking
the head
fashion
coach.
that the Falcons
He
lost.
was the head coach of USC for a little bit though.
yes, he was.
Mm-hmm.
And he was the head coach of USC when Alabama beat them by over 45 points.
And then he got
Like,
drunk.
He did get drunk, and he got a DUI, and then Alabama put him on the coaching staff.
Speaking
As they
of
do.
college football, there's what do you think about the big game coming up? Florida State, Bama.
Well,
I think that Bama
You go with Bama, right?
is probably going to win this game. But I don't like Florida State at all. Everyone knows that. If there is someone that's going to cause a situation due to play calling and coaching, it would be Florida State.
yeah,
If they're going to get around, if someone's going to get around Bama at this early in the season in the game one, of all the teams that you could possibly play in the top 5 right now, that's probably the one you least likely will want.
we talked about this a little bit on Play Harder Radio a couple weeks ago about I remember Chad said that he feels like this game could easily be played twice at that same stadium because the national championship next year is at that new Atlanta stadium.
With the Eagles symbol up front of it.
Yeah, with the non-working retractable roof right now, but Florida State could be a lot of problems. I mean, it's we just have to see what kind of Florida State team it's going to be.
Because their quarterback's also is getting the second year play now too. His
Yeah.
first year play was not shabby. It wasn't
Well,
the best. But it wasn't shabby.
it wasn't too bad. It wasn't the best. What I thought.
If you
what-
add 3%, just 3% to his offensive line, that's the difference of at least 3 wins.
There were some play calling issues over there with Florida State too
Because
last
that
year.
Louisville game was a
It-
fucking rout.
To me, it reminded me a lot of how LSU worked with Leonard Fournette. They relied on him way too much, kind of sort of how like I felt like Florida State did with Dalvin Cook last year, and they got caught sleeping a lot. And then you saw like Louisville murdered them in that one game. I mean, it was
It was a good day.
yeah, it was a good day for
Yeah.
you for Florida State fans. It was They got beat like they were fucking Jacksonville State playing Louisville. It was really bad.
They
Like
lost to UNC at home too, so
that did happen.
by a field goal.
So I don't see Florida State turning around. We're gonna have this conversation again here next week, obviously with it being
The week of college.
yeah, we may have some guests that day. I'm still working that out. You'll keep up with us on Facebook.com/Underground Pub Show to find out about that. But we may have some guests for that show. I guess I'll get back to you on that. I guess I don't think Florida State is going to have the season that they had this year that they had last year. That was very out of character for them. I don't see that happening. But however, it is unfortunate they do have to play. I mean, I'm just not just a homer. Go ahead and do it if you want. Not just a homer saying it is unfortunate they go against Alabama first.
I mean, Florida has to play Michigan too. That's no cakewalk.
And it's not. It especially sucks too, considering they have
the modern Michigan men. They're not,
and they have quite a few suspensions, including one of their best players.
Yeah, well, that's just dumb shit. I can't say anything about
That-
that.
I mean,
or
what do you
anything
think about that with that fucking
It's
wide
dumb.
receiver over there? Like he just can't
It's a bunch
seem to.
of dumb. I don't
Yeah.
know why. That's the type of guys. No matter how good they are, it's just see you cut ties and be like, fuck it.
It's just a lot of
Now
dumb
his
over there.
bullshit spreading to other people.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah,
And that's-
6 other players
yeah,
apparently.
Now it's like, what, is he really worth it? Is he worth 6 players? I
Well,
don't think so.
No, I don't either. I mean, it's just kind of shocking that this guy. I mean, it was like the third time he's been in trouble in the past year
Yeah.
or something. And Florida needs. I mean, not that I'm saying Florida's a bad program. In fact, it's probably the second best program in the SEC right now. And they need their playmakers. And this guy is just doing dumb shit. It's just not smart. And I wish this guy would
Just I wish. it was just
Yeah,
go
apparently
away.
Yeah.
Keith Matthews said that Shark Fucker seems confident.
who?
Keith Matthew is basically referring to the coach of Florida having sex with sharks, which was not proven true.
I'm not even talking to Keith Matthew today, so I'm just
Well,
gonna
I-
drink my LaCroix.
Which I actually finally finished this.
What do you think?
Yeah.
Honestly,
You know,
Honest
on
opinion.
a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna give it a 6.
There's probably flavors you like a lot more, and there's probably flavors you like.
Yeah,
a
I'm
lot
gonna
but,
give it a 6, especially with this flavor being a very bland
is
flavor.
unique. All of them taste like their
Yeah.
flavor, which is cool.
Is
I'm
there a
gonna give it a
coconut
6.
flavor?
Whenever you
Christ.
talked about how you were chasing the dragon with this flavor like heroin last week,
They're all like that.
I
They're all
thought that was
tasty.
the most insane thing I've ever heard about a beverage. I understand now.
You do, yeah.
I understand.
You're constantly trying to get more flavor of it, but you won't. But you keep drinking it because you think maybe this time I will. You
Don't
don't.
get me wrong. I mean, if I invite you over to my house, folks at home, don't expect to see one of these in my house. They'll probably not be there. However, if you offer
That
me
would
one,
be
I will-
weird.
I will drink it, and I will definitely appreciate it by itself or with some gin, maybe some vodka. It's not bad. Like I said, I give it a 6 out of 10. It's not nearly as bad as this motherfucker and Keith said it was. So
Dude, the one I had was just garbage. I don't know. Maybe it was
Well-
just garbage LaCroix and just terrible flavor.
Well, I'm just saying,
Garbage
there are
LaCroix.
flavors, and there's a lot of different ones.
yeah,
Keith,
I
what
mean, it's
flavor
all right.
did you have at the house, man? It was
Yeah. Let us know that on the chat. What kind of flavor turned you off on this drink?
Man,
Tallahassee butthole.
Tallahassee butthole, was it?
that's a good flavor.
It doesn't sound like
Tallahassee
it.
has a Boston market. I'll give them that. We don't have one here.
No, we don't, not yet, but it's coming.
We also don't have AIDS-infested back alleys here neither, but they have in
Uh,
Tallahassee.
I don't think you've gone to the right places in Pensacola.
Are those the right places? You tell me.
I mean, I've been to every gas station in Pensacola, so I know.
Well, I know this. Our bars don't close at 1 a.m.
That's true.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they close at 10.
However, in Gainesville, though, the bars over there close at 2, and very precisely right at 2, they will kick you out of every bar, and please show up on all sides of every street that's there where the football
It's
stadium
college
is.
town. It's
Oh, dude, it's brutal. My band Rain's Revenge, we played there about 5 years ago. We played at this bar called the 1982, which is right up the street from where the football stadium is. And we didn't know all these rules. We just went to some bar next door where we played at and having some drinks, and all of a sudden, it was like a fucking like a big drill or whatever. Out of nowhere, it's like, it's 2:00, get out of here. We walk out, there's cops, and we're like it was like shit got real there for a minute. I was like,
Hey,
are we okay? Like, and they're like, yeah, you just need to leave right now. I'm like,
well, when you go
fair
to
enough, let's
Gainesville,
get
you
out
need
here.
to go to Balls, which is right next to Grog's. That's right off of the University, I believe, right by the stadium.
yeah.
But the thing is, the Gators in the Gainesville area, there's no like bars for like people of our age. You'll be an old man when you go there.
Yeah, I kind of figured that one out pretty quickly.
And the flavor boba was grapefruit.
Grapefruit, eh?
Why would he buy grapefruit? Grapefruit's not good. Grapefruit is not good. So how would you get a grapefruit beverage?
I don't know. That was the beverage that we
I
had.
don't-
Oh,
My
Charlie's
grape-
has a grapefruit margarita, and it's actually pretty good.
How much sugar do they put in it?
I don't know.
Maybe you
After
could put
a
a little
while,
Splenda.
I've just had it before, and it tastes all right.
Oh, the Bobo face.
But are you currently asking yourself what's happening in your
I'm
head?
just saying, like, grapefruit's grapefruit. Like, personally, I don't mind it, but it's definitely a flavor that people don't go out and look for in a beverage.
Fair enough. I can
Bobo,
understand that.
Before we leave, can I ask your opinion on the whole Robert Lee thing that happened
Yes,
today?
I forgot about that.
And how...
Hey,
just
wait. If that's the case, if you guys are going to talk about this before we end the show, before I run the outro, I'm going to go ahead and play it one more time.
That's fine.
So stick around.
It might make more sense.
When Schreiber ends the show, don't stop watching.
So Bobo, before you answer this question, CJ,
Yeah.
why don't you let our viewers who might not know what you're talking about,
Well, I'm sure they do because they've been paying attention to ESPN today, but...
or CNN? I heard about it on CNN.
Yeah.
That's actually, I found out.
See, fucking
news.
NN. I was sitting there at the gym today, and I looked over at the TV, and boom, there it was.
So, yeah, there's a whole lot of nonsense going on, which I don't agree with, but ESPN, to avoid, avoid any sort of controversy, removed a Asian sports broadcaster with the name of Robert Lee.
His name actually was Robert E. Lee.
Yeah,
What's his
fair
name?
enough,
Okay,
yeah.
Robert E. Lee, away from the Virginia and William Mary game on September 2nd to avoid any sort of controversy. Because his name was very similar to General Robert
Well, it
E.
is.
Lee.
It
Yeah,
is.
it's like...
It's not similar. It's
I
the
didn't-
same
I didn't
name.
realize his middle name was
It's obviously
E,
not the
so-
same person,
I-
But it's an Asian dude.
Think that's dumb.
it is very dumb.
I think that it's over. They've gone down a slippery slope to the point now they're just free falling through slime, and this slope is just it's just constant falling, and there's like mucus everywhere, and there's flying on this slope, and it's slippery as fuck.
Yeah.
So they're not coming back up of it.
It's not going to get less slippery. It's just going to keep getting worse.
It's the
Yeah.
Goonies. It's the little thing where they go to the pirate ship. There's no pirate ship. It's just a big pile of turd down the bottom.
Like right after
And
the
somewhere
pictures-
along the
know
way,
when
somebody's
they
going to be
go
doing the
down.
truffle
Yeah,
shuffle.
and they're
Like
flying
the truffle
down there
shuffle's
right
going to
now.
happen.
It's a slippery slope that they've entered. And it's
it-
bad.
It's
Yeah.
getting just absolutely
You have to
fucking.
stop. You have to tell yourself where you need to stop at. You're like, this guy says Robert Lee, and someone goes, but he's an Asian guy, and he's actually pretty good. This is his first host job. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, it should be fine. I said, hey, just refer to him as Robert or Robert Lee. Just be like Robert Lee, and just ride with it like that. And just he's
Yeah.
Asian. His last name is either going to be Lee or Wu, or
Or
Filipino
Chang.
will be Wen. But whatever, it's going to be that. It's fine.
It-
It's not a problem.
It's just so crazy to me. Like they switched it just because of his name.
Yeah,
Like, I mean, like,
it's,
have we gone this far down?
That's
That-
what I'm saying. Yes, they have.
and-
yeah, they have.
And
and-
now they set a
And I mean-
precedent. Now anything remotely the same. Like this guy can never coach. This guy can never rep or commentate a Southern football game.
Yeah, it's looking that way now.
He needs to go to California.
He's
now.
not going to Ole Miss or anything.
No,
He's
Yeah, it's-
absolutely not.
I mean, this was kind of what I was, I'll go ahead and bring it up. This is kind of what I was sort of afraid of. I made CJ, you saw this. I made a tongue-in-cheek comment on my Facebook about how people are getting offended by statues. I don't need to explain that one to y'all. You probably know what I'm talking about. Hey, look, I don't have a very strong opinion either or about that. I see both sides. I understand it. Cool with it. Whatever. I made a tongue-in-cheek comment about people being offended by statues, and an old friend of mine, let's just say, named. Well, I'm not going to say.
Don't say that person's name.
I'm not going to say her name on the show.
Or
but-
him.
Or him, for that matter. But one person in particular was extremely offended that I made that post, just saying people are offended by statues. I was, what was I called? I was called a privileged bigot.
Yes, I mean that's true.
I mean,
Cartridge.
I was like kind of.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, that's
I
what
was really shocked. Finally I just let the whole thing go, and CJ came to my rescue and was telling this girl that she was some kind of special stupid. And
Yeah.
look, I'm not insensitive to these kind of topics and stuff like that, but when you start calling people names and stuff like that over just having a different opinion, it spreads things more. And now all of a sudden here we have a guy who has a job on used to be an awesome channel on TV, who now does not have a legitimate job in there
They didn't
anymore
fire him,
because
though,
of his.
right? He
No,
didn't
they-
fire
He's
him.
not fired, but good luck getting any decent
No,
work out of
they,
it.
they,
will.
they
Yeah.
transferred
He
him to
will.
the Pittsburgh
Yeah, he got
Youngstown
moved to
State.
another
Yeah.
Okay, well, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, he didn't get
But,
fired.
but regardless, it's
still
it's
overreaction.
moving into that over his goddamn name. Like it's just
a knee jerk.
yeah, it's a little
And the
silly,
elbow.
you know. It's getting to the point where
The other thing that I saw, ESPN actually had to come out and apologize for offending people during the 28-hour fantasy football show because they had an auction segment. They had an auction segment. They had an auction.
I did not hear about that, but
They were auctioning like you in Facebook, and there's all
Yes.
these black faces, and they're
Yeah.
auctioning them off. And
They had.
I saw it. I was like, it's not bad, but as soon as you point attention to it, it becomes real bad. At first,
Like they're
you're
having a slave auction.
you're like, oh yeah, he's probably gonna go for a lot of money because he's real valuable. And then all of a sudden it's like, we're sorry for offending anyone over auctioning off a bunch of black dudes. It's like, ooh, that's
Key and
bad.
you
now.
remember that show on Comedy Central, Key and Peele?
Yeah.
They had a skit that was
I
like
know,
that.
they
Yeah, you
did.
saw that where
Yeah.
like they were sitting there, they were being auctioned off as slaves, and this giant guy goes, "Oh, well, of course we're going to take him," you know. And then like, how could you not take him or whatever? And then like they start getting offended that nobody's taking him or whatever. They're like, "Hey, look, man, I can pick cotton really fast. I can do that." Like they were like selling themselves like it was a fantasy football draft. It was, like I mean, that's funny that ESPN had to.
Yeah,
wow, I
they
didn't know
literally-
about that. I missed that.
They literally had to apologize because it was offensive and it was too similar to a slave auction, even though auction is a part of fantasy football. Like
Yeah,
it
there's
is,
auction leagues.
There's auction leagues.
There literally
can
is
do
a
it-
way for that to happen.
you can do it in hockey.
Daily
you can
leagues,
do
they
it
mostly
in
do that, I guess. They're really popular in
yeah,
daily leagues.
baseball, and it's actually a fun way to play.
Yeah.
Like, so that's
It
all I have
is,
to
it is
say
what
on
it
that.
is. We're gonna go ahead and wrap up today's episode. We will be back next week. Like I said, we may have some guests on the show. I will let you guys know as soon as I finalize all that. And even the week after that, we might have some more guests from out of town.
Yeah.
We've got things working right now. We have a new sponsor that we're gonna announce next week. I'm really excited about. Lots of cool things happening. So
By the way, Pensacon is getting a bunch of new Game of Thrones people coming through.
Hell yeah!
get excited.
So
Get
for
really
fans-
fucking
Is
excited.
Braun coming?
Yeah, we might get a booth at Pensacon.
Braun is like the coolest guy.
Yeah, we
on the
might
show.
be at Pensacon
I
this
wouldn't
year.
mind getting a booth though. That'll be fun.
Yeah, we might do it.
Braun, right?
Braun.
Yeah, the guy that threw the spear or shot the spear.
Yeah, that's your boy, right?
The trebuchet, the scorpion. Yeah, that's Braun.
Yeah, he's also in that episode of Black Mirror. That was really good.
Yeah,
For someone that has no idea what they're talking about when it comes to Game of
He does
Thrones,
a
you
lot,
talk about it a lot.
He does a lot of different.
I think he's
theories.
trying to pick the brains, but he's like, what can I do to figure out what's going on in this stupid show? Like,
Dude, have you tried to read the Wikipedia page? If you don't know what's going on, all the names are very
No,
confusing. So it's hard to like.
I'm just going at my own pace at this
I mean, you
point.
could just watch 'em.
I'll just figure it out as I go, you know.
I have the
Anyways,
books.
what's that?
I have all the books.
Yeah, I've heard the books are really great too.
I read.
Well, they're graphic novels, aren't they?
No, they're
No,
book
they're,
books.
they
they're
are-
books. Dude.
They are straight up books. Okay.
There's like yeah.
Walking Dead's graphic novels.
Yes.
Word. All right, well, thank y'all very much for tuning in to episode 42. We'll see y'all next week, same time, same place.
Oh,
My name's Schreiber. This is Bubba, who has something to say.
by the way, I'm driving to South. I didn't even talk about this. We have a few more minutes.
Yeah, go
I'm
ahead.
driving to South Carolina for my fantasy football drafts. I leave Friday morning at 6 a.m.
And I have to cover for you for bingo is what's happening.
I don't know about that. They haven't gotten back to me on that yet.
That's fine. I don't want to do it
That's-
anyway.
But I had to drive through Alabama,
Oh, nice.
Georgia, and obviously South Carolina.
Be careful. Just use cruise controller.
I'm going to make sure everything is legit and drive safe and
Heard.
and be nice to anyone.
That's
that
a lot of
asks me
dedication to
about
a
these
fantasy
or-
football league.
Yeah, it should be
Yeah.
fun though. I've never been to South Carolina before, so I'm kind of looking forward to it.
I hear
No,
nice.
it's all right.
I mean, outside
It was
of
very
Oregon.
mountainous and like
I played there. I played in Buford actually a long time ago.
Buford.
Yeah, Buford of all places. It's right outside of
I'm
Savannah.
going to Columbus.
Columbus
in
isn't
South
too far.
Carolina.
Columbus
Yeah.
isn't too far away
That's where
from
the
that.
home of the
Columbia.
game-
Columbia,
Oh,
I
there's
mean.
like the home of the
Columbia?
Gamecocks,
Yeah, I know
right?
what you meant.
Yeah, I didn't know where I'm fucking driving to, but Columbia, South Carolina for a fantasy football draft.
Well, good luck.
Well,
with
good
that.
luck, man. Good luck with
Yeah.
that. That's
But
quite
the-
a hike for a
I was
fantasy
gonna say,
football draft.
The Coyotes draft on Sunday. I might not be back in town for it, so
Okay.
hopefully all goes well.
Yeah,
I'll be drafting in my
I'm not in
car
that
while
league,
driving,
so-
so that's
Well, there you
should
go.
be interesting.
Yeah. Well, we'll handle it.
I'll be driving in.
I'll make sure to sabotage it again this year.
By the way,
Please
the,
do that.
the news ticker says that Henny pretty much already won the job over Bortles. By the way,
Just
Yeah,
for the
I
third
kind of
preseason,
Are you
idiot.
sure?
I kind of figured that much out.
Bortles still got it. He's got time. He'll be fine.
Yeah, well, good luck with that, CJ.
This is fine.
All right, we're going to go ahead and end this now for real. Thank y'all very much for tuning in to episode 42. We'll see y'all for episode 43, same time, same place next week on the Pimpy K Multiverse Network. We are the Underground Pub Show. Peace.
Watch Ladybugs with Rodney Dangerfield's best movie ever.
I mean, it was funny.
Producer of
Is
the
that the guy
Underground
that killed
Pub Show and
himself?
also owner and
Yeah.
founder of PMVN
Dude, we
Media.
watched it the other day.
Over the years,
His
we've been
series
steadfast in our
got
beliefs for
canceled,
creating a
Underwater
hostile, free, and diverse
Aliens,
workplace while considering
Sea
ourselves
Lab
leaders in the
2040.
march towards social change and justice. In light of the recent protests and to assure the emotional stability of our viewers, we've decided to make some personnel changes to better fit our image and take full strides toward bringing you a more diverse panel of on-air personalities. The following changes to the Underground Pub Show are to take effect immediately. Schreiber, whose last name is German, actually we haven't quite confirmed that, but it sounds German and that's good enough for us, will be replaced by this color-neutral, transgendered, medium-sized plush doll. You are welcome. It's the Underground Pub Show right here on the Pimpy K Multiverse Network.
Tune in every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Central Time for the Underground Pub Show, right here on the Pimpy K Multiverse Network.